Welcome back to my new blog series on sabotage. I am April Miller, owner of April Miller Coaching, and I have helped many people just like you to reach their personal health goals, including minimizing cravings, to increase weight loss, losing 15 inches in 21 days, and even 20 pounds in 21 days. Excuse me. So today, I'm going to be discussing sabotage in the general sense and how this can and does impact any goals we have, especially when it comes to our own personal health and fitness. And we know that personal health and fitness can be very not secretive, but just very sensitive as far as us reaching out to ask for help or even admitting that we do need help with that. So first off, I want to define sabotage as to deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct something. So I think most of us are familiar with this term. As you know, we've probably sabotaged things in our life knowingly or unknowingly. Some of us may also be familiar with this term because people in our lives have done this to us. And so with this new series, I'm going to be focusing on the latter, which is when someone else is attempting to sabotage something that you want to do for yourself to make yourself a better person. I'm going to kind of be using my applied psychology background with this blog and this series because I've learned a lot about it, and I do have my applied psych degree in child development, and so I've learned a lot about the brain and how people think and how they socialize with each other. So anyways, first off, why would others do this? Well, there's lots of reasons, and those main reasons are jealousy and control issues. And you know, it's hard when you're trying to eat better. So for example, when your spouse or your significant other is making it harder for you, it's gonna be sabotaged, right? They may, buy junk food, or they're eating all of your healthy food, so you have none left. Doing it purposefully is what I'm talking about, and then therefore all you have left is unhealthy food. So all of a sudden you're out and you're ready to eat your snack, and where's, the snack that you need to have. But you need to ask yourself though, have you talked to them about this issue that you're seeing happening? Have you told them your feelings? Have you told them that you're trying to eat healthy? Have you communicated with them? Because that's one thing that I want to encourage others to do. You can't just do it secretively and not, and figure out that they understand and they're doing everything on purpose. You've got to communicate with them, and try some solutions together. So if there's a two things of string cheese left, that it's written on the board somewhere to go to the grocery store, and they make it a habit to look at that every day. Plan meals out for each other. Have a, I don't know, but I'll go through that in a little bit. But there's some of you who are probably thinking, well, it's easy to communicate when you have a loving spouse. But what about those of us who might have mean, abusive spouses? And to that, I want to say you need to get some help first. Find someone to talk to, go to counseling, whatever it takes. If you feel that you have a mean or abusive spouse, you are not in a healthy situation, or even a significant other. You are not in a healthy situation, and you need to take care of your mental health and environment before anyone else. So in general, communication is important. So when you can communicate and you're not in that abusive or controlling situation, try some of these. I have a goal of blank, and what I am really struggling with is blank. Can you help me out so that I can stick with this? So it might sound like, I have a goal of losing 10 pounds, and what I'm really struggling with is sweets. Can you help me out so that I can stick with this? Or try this one. I am really struggling with a blank, and it's difficult to go into the kitchen. Do you think we could blank? So an example of that would be, I'm really struggling with controlling myself. I'm really struggling with not eating candy, and it's difficult to go into the kitchen because there's a lot of candy. Do you think we could figure out a way so that it's not so accessible to me? Another one you could use is, seeing blank is really tempting for me to go off track. Do you think you can blank with that food? So one way to fill those blanks in is, seeing the ice cream is really tempting for me to go off track. Do you think you can hide hide the ice cream in the back of the freezer, or not even buy it. That could also be a choice too. You could also say, hey, this new way of healthy eating is really working for me. Would you like to join me? And if you get people on board, other adults in your house to get on board, it's going to make it a lot easier. Kids, I feel there's no excuse for kids. We are their parents. We are their role models. We are their guides. And so if we feel like, well, it's no use, no, it's not true. I have been able to teach my daughter ways of eating healthy. Now, I'm not saying she eats perfectly. I do allow her a treat every now and then. But again, if she does have little treats, like from Easter, she's got a little candy that she doesn't eat a whole lot of. I've been very strict about that. She's from a young age, only 2 pieces of candy. And some people may think that's very, very strict, but you know what? It's paid off. She's not overweight. She's very fit and healthy. And so she has that candy sitting there, and she's got candy from like Christmas from a long time ago. So, so by raising her that way, I feel that she's had more of a strength and more control with candy. And so you can guide your children. You can, when they're eating with you, if you're making a healthy stir fry, they can eat it too. Separate the food. My daughter doesn't like hers mixed up, but separate the food if you have to. Separate the chicken, separate the vegetables. Don't put sauce on it. It's not a big deal. So you can do that as a parent. So don't use kids as an excuse. Some ideas for getting what I call red light foods out of sight, again, are to talk to your significant other about having a certain area in the kitchen for unhealthy foods, or a spot in the freezer or refrigerator. Have them lock it up in a box. Have them put it in a box on top of the refrigerator. But having it out in the open, when you open a cupboard, when you open a freezer, when you go and walk into the kitchen and see it on the counter, that's not going to help. Out of sight, out of mind. That is the key thing. So anyways, I hope these tips help out. And next time we're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic of money when it comes to sabotaging and stopping yourself from getting to your goals. All right, and I will see you next time. Thanks, bye.